What's going on, everybody? It's Falchion with you once again, and once again we're here for another MSR Tuesday Night Race League. For those of you not in the know, MSR is Max Speed Racing, and tonight we are pulling off a sprint race here in at Imola. Forgive me if I seem low in energy and everything. I'm not feeling well at all, but I'm gonna try and not let that interfere as I'm already messing up and everything is being repeated. Um, pardon me. Uh, so we missed last week's race at Australia, unfortunately, but hopefully we are going to make up for that later in the season, but I'm not 100% sure. Appreciate it, Bagel. I'm glad glad you like it. Sorry that you guys saw that. Excuse me. Thanks for that, geek. What's going on? Good afternoon to you. Hope everything's going good. I don't feel like I hear any sound from the game. Let me real quick give you guys the standings. So as things sit right now, remembering that we did skip last week's race to this point, Evil is in P1 with 30 points, just 5 points back from him is Touch Me Pope. And tied with that is RPK Rum. Then a couple more points back is going to be Angry Scotsman in fourth, and back from that in fifth is LC with 19 points. Tied with him is Cotton with also 19 points. Then in seventh is his teammate Rogue, sitting on 14 points. In P8 is Adrian with 12 points. Lasky in P9 with 10. Bagel in P10 with 8 points. Back from Bagel in P11 is Fryer with 6 points. Then Michael with 2 points in P12, and then everyone else has not scored yet. But there's going to be an adjustment for sure here, guys, because we've had some people leave to pursue other things, and other drivers come in. So look for the shakeup. And you know what? I don't even know. I just said all that and probably never even switched it over so that you can. Everything is so messed up right now. But those are the standings, guys. Again, everything is so mixed up, and it's all my fault. Like I said, I'm absolutely not feeling well. But those are the standings. And I lost the thing again. Keep doing that. Where's what And we have the sound back in. Hopefully from here on out, everything will go smoothly. Let's get all the menus up and see if we can salvage this real fast. Right now, we're on board with Michael, who's currently sitting in P4, hasn't put in a time. Oh, just jumped to P3 with a 121.6. Harvey is in P1. Let's drop that with a 117.7. That's actually about a second better than he was doing in the practice session. I want shout out to Bagel. He suggested that I start broadcasting the practice session as well, which is a great idea. So I'm gonna try to make that happen, but I'm always in a rush. Just from the time that I'm getting home or what have you on a Tuesday afternoon for me. And so I can't guarantee it, but I think it's a good idea. I think you guys, as he suggested, would really like seeing how these guys are doing during the practice session. So I'm going to try and make that happen. But again, no guarantee. It absolutely just kind of depends on what I can do as far as getting everything set up and what have you. So in P2 right now is Rogue with a 118.9. He's also a little bit in practice from the little bit that I saw. Mr. Silvano with a 120.7. Again, Michael in P4 with a 121.6. As we have some entanglements here on track. Everybody getting sorted out. Adrian has put a time in with a 133.2. LR WWW, we're just going to call you LR, has not put in a time yet, nor has Cotton, Evil, Bagel, or Sky 091. Just going to call you Sky, although that's kind of weird because there's another Sky, but he doesn't go by that name anymore, so I guess it'll be cool. Oh, and Sky is out on that now. Is on his out lap right now. Let's hop it. Or looks like he might be on a fast lap. Let's hop on board with him and see what he does. Through the most technical part of the track there, or at least that chicane is probably the most technical complex of the track, I should say. Able to handle it really well. In these cars, I do believe that if you get off the line, as he goes around, just a little too much on the loud pedal there, and I didn't see any damage and notifications pop up, but I think he'll be coming in, yeah. But like I was saying, through that chicane with these new cars, if you are unlucky enough to take a piece of that curb, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So going to be watching out for that in tonight's sprint race. On board with Adrian to see if he can better his position. Around to the front straight now. Time to give it the beans. Ignite that DRS. I say ignite. What I really mean is it's just the way I say it. It's opening DRS, opening the back flap of the wing. A little out of position through turns 1 and 2. Could have gotten over to the apex a little bit better, I think, and hopefully we'll see him do that. That's definitely going to slow you down through that first complex. Here we go, let's see how Adrian takes this chicane. Not too bad there. I think you're gonna definitely wanna be a little bit harder on the accelerator, but you know, that's a confidence thing. And if you're not feeling too confident in the car at that moment, then, that's definitely gonna be a difficult thing to do. Let's jump on board with Rogue and see what he's got going as he's just hit 117.7. A nice leap there up into P1. Harvey is definitely going to want to try and answer that. Have an answer for that. Let's see what he does here. Oh, I thought he was losing the rear end there, but not at all. Just fooled me. Not sure what was going on there. He just misread the track or what have you. Bagel up into P3 with a 1:18.1. I was talking to Bagel earlier after he had made through chat on the Discord after he made that suggestion, and he said he was feeling really good. And we were talking about him putting in a 120 flat during practice, and he bumps it up by like 2 seconds. So good on Bagel for that one. LRW steps up with a 1:16.6. First time I've seen anybody into the 1:16s. Looking to see what Harvey can do here. 2 more corners. Can he jump up out of that P3 as he goes into the pits? No time set. Bagel heading into the pits as well. We lost Sky. LRW looking to have had a bit of a spin. Let's jump back on board with Adrian. I see he's out looking speedy. Again, just getting those angles wrong through the chicane. It's so important to hit those right, or it throws off the entire complex and really slows you down. Looks like everybody's being super cautious through that chicane, and I can't blame them. Again, you get the underside of your car on those curbs, and it's gonna really mess up your day. Adrian into the pits. Let's jump on board with Evil on his outlap. Coming around to start his fast lap now. Evil really using the entirety of the track. Nicely done through that first complex. Evil's car looking really planted through the first part of this this lap here. Let's see how he does the dreaded chicane here. Nicely done. You can see when you go through there just exactly where you want to have your tires, as there are tire marks just left on that curb. Evil into P2 with a 117.2. Got to be happy with that. Let's just jump down on board with Michael. Wait, let me see where his teammate is. Michael's a little bit further ahead, so we'll roll with him for a moment, seeing if he can better that 121.6. Michael nicely through the chicane there. Thought he was going to get around at the end of it, but the rear of his car just really being planted. Car on track in front of him going kind of slow. Hopefully that won't interfere. Hop on board with Mr. Silvano, who's just a little bit too wide. Unfortunate. Bad luck for him. Hop back on board with Michael here. I don't think this is going to be a time-changing lap for him. Unfortunately, he is completely out of battery power, and that's the big thing. You gotta manage your battery in these new cars. So much more difficult this season, this year, when you compare it to previous years, trying to manage those batteries. Goblin's out on track right now. Let's see what he's got going on. Really just trying to get everything he can out of his Williams tonight. Rogue, his time is locked in at a 1:16.9. Mr. Silvano's time is locked in at a 1:20.7. Evil just locked in his 1:17.1. Adrian leaps to the top of the timing sheet with a 1:16.4, locks that in. LRW locked in with a 1:16.6. Cotton hops up to P4 with a 1:17 even. Bagel going too slow. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Michael good for a P8. Adrian with a big 1:16.4 in P1. That Mercedes really working for him. LWR in the Ferrari with a 1:16.6. Rogue with a 1:16.9 in P3. Cotton in P4 with a 1:17 even. Evil P5 with a 1:17.1. Harvey in P6 with a 1:17.6. Bagel in P7 with a 1:18.1. Michael in P8 with a 120.3. Mr. Silvano in P9 with a 120.7. And unfortunately, Sky unable to log a lap in this sprint race. So, full disclosure here, I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work out. If we're just doing the sprint race tonight, or if we're doing the sprint race and then the main event as well. So, I guess we'll just be learning that all together. Yeah. So as we wait for the time to tick down, about 5 seconds to go here. Let's see what we've got going on. It looks like it's going to be a nice day here in Imola 10. So we are going to be starting on board with Evil, who is in P5 right now, and that is the middle of the pack. So as we do, Evil definitely going to be looking to make his way to the front of the field. As far as I can see here, and I guess we can actually look that up, everybody kind of rolling with the medium tires except for Adrian in P1, who is going to be starting on the hards. So that is an interesting choice. He's going to definitely need to watch out for everybody just kind of trying to swamp him through this first lap, as they will definitely have more grip. Adrian, the 8th, looking to go longer into this race. As these drivers line up on the grid, what can they do? Who is going to be able to put the power down the best? And they are off. Evil is out of the race already. As we were on board with him, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Let me look at what you guys are probably seeing just now, and see if I can see, as we have a yellow flag. Yeah, just couldn't quite catch it. If he just lost grip or what have you. Unfortunate for him. Cotton up into P1. Behind him is LRW. P3 is Adrian. Those hard tires just not able to give him the grip that he needs. Harvey in P4. Rogue in P5. Bagel P6. Sky P7, Michael P8, and Mr. Silvano in P9. Again, Evil out of this race. Jumping on board with LRW, who is looking to pressure Cotton. Mr. Silvano really making up space there through the S's, those chicanes. But we've said it for seasons now. It is hard to beat Cotton's straight line speed. So as we come around, preparing to complete this lap, pardon me, let's see what LRW can do. So through here, it looks like through the corners, he is really just making up time. This is where it's going to tell. This really long front straight. He's looking to get the slip, but look at the gap that Cotton is creating upon exiting that last corner, and then it's not until about halfway through that straight or down that straight that LRW is actually able to start reeling him back in a bit, and it's just not enough, at least not now. We'll see what happens when DRS is enabled. Let's jump on board with Adrian, who has fallen to about 3 seconds behind. Gonna be looking to catch up to these guys. Rogue making the pass. Adrian really seeming to be struggling. I imagine he must really be regretting starting on those harder tires right now. But that does give Adrian an opportunity to be able to use DRS once it's open on the Rogue, if he can hang on, and it does not look like he's going to be able to. Rogue able to gap him to that 1 second. Oh, but Adrian back and really closing the gap. The only other car within DRS range right now is LRW to Cotton. Not able to make it happen there. Still really early on in this race. On board with Harvey now. Just under 2.5 seconds back from Adrian, looking to find something. Should have something. Again, I am not understanding Adrian's choice of tires for this race. Jumping on board with Bagel, who has a slow spin, just a little too much on the loud pedal there. The Michael, wow, McLaren's is what I was trying to say, catching up. Michael catching up to Stank Bagel, looking to challenge. Not quite in DRS range yet. Missed that. Oh, he did get it. He did get it. That the detection zone must be a lot closer than I realized. Not quite there yet. Hopping on board with Mr. Silvano, a further 7.5 seconds back from his teammate, and Sky, unfortunately, a further 41, almost 42 seconds back from there. Hopping on board with LWR again, really challenging, looking to place himself in a good position for DRS on this front straight that's coming up here in 2 more corners. Trying to maintain that battery right now. It's gonna burn it. There's DRS. But look at Cotton, man. Cotton, like I've said time and time again, his straight line speed is just out of this world. He's so fast in a straight line. You really just sort of have to be able to push really hard to be in that position. I mean, to get him, like, this is where you need to be on that back straight when you get DRS, right in this position right here. LRW really making the slipstream work right now, though, able to hang on to Cotton. This could be good. Cotton able to eke out a bit of a gap now. LRW really strong through that chicane. Here it is. Can LRW hang on to Cotton right here? Not bad. This might be something here. Hold that slipstream. There you go. A beautiful pass there. Now is the time. Can you capitalize on it? As I saw a car off on the side of the road. I think it was Harvey. As Harvey makes his way past Guy, I want to say that was. And I'm not sure what happened. I missed it. I apologize, but Cotton is back past LRW and has a pretty decent gap. Can he make it up through the chicane here? LRW taking just a little bit too much. Hopping on board with Adrian, who is still in within DRS range of Rogue at the moment. And they both can see Cotton and LRW up ahead of them fighting. Rogue really able to distance himself from LRW with the pass again. Cotton taps him, sends him around. LRW unfortunately losing space. Cotton gives the position back to LRW. Pardon me. This really changes things up. LRW looking to hop onto the rear of Adrian, who's all over Rogue, right? We know LRW is strong here. Cotton not too far behind LRW. LRW goes around again. Just too much power. Adrian now really close. Just not able to get the power down out of that final corner. But look. It doesn't matter. Adrian being very dangerous. Stepping out onto that grass, that is not something I'm risking, to be honest with you, if I'm in his position. Rogue. Looking to pressure Adrian to get that position back. Adrian right now feeling he is where he is supposed to be. Remember, Adrian was our pole sitter on those hard tires. Lap 9 of 11. Are those hard tires coming into themselves now? Is Adrian proving that made the right choice? I don't think so. No disrespect to Adrian. Superb driver. But the positions that both Adrian and Rogue are having is absolutely due to the incident between Cotton and LRW. And LRW having that big spin and taking the moment to recover, and then Cotton holding back so that he can return that position to LRW, who just took a position from Harvey, who takes too much curb and is out of this race. Surely this is going to bring a full course caution as Sky drives past. I think that was Sky. Yeah. Bagel up into P5. Take it as it comes. Never be mad about it. LRW around again, resets himself to the track. That is a no-no. The stewards are definitely going to be taking a look at that. On board with Rogue, who is trying to get up with Cotton and Adrian. Cotton just that kind of driver that puts his head down, does his thing, uses that straight line speed that he is notorious for, and makes up positions. Cotton about half a second behind Adrian. Cotton trying to recharge. Oh, just the slightest step off the island gets Cotton 3 seconds. Adrian also low on battery. Final lap here. Cotton's going to need a miracle because not only does he have to get past Adrian, but then he has to gap him by a further 3 seconds. But miracles can and do happen. Adrian being very ginger through there. Can't blame him. On board with Adrian, who's now at this point just looking to maintain that 3 seconds to take the win. There you go, Adrian P1, Rogue P2, as that 3 seconds hurts Cotton that much. Looking for LRW to bring it home in P4. Bagel looking like he's going to take P5. On board with Michael, bringing it home in P6. Mr. Silvano, P7, as Sky has already completed the race in P8. Harvey and Evil unable to complete this race, unfortunately. So here are your standings. Adrian, our pole sitter, in P1. Rogue, P2. Cotton, P3. Unfortunately, penalties took their toll on him. LRW, P4. Once he had his initial spin, he just could not get those tires to work again. Bagel, P5. Michael, P6. Mr. Silvano, P7. Sky, P8. Harvey and Evil, P9 and 10. Unfortunately, neither of these guys able to complete the race. So hopefully we're just loading into the race. That was way shorter than I expected it to be. This is my first time, to be honest with you, experiencing a sprint race um, here on F122. So, yeah. Let me take this moment to try and clear my throat with a drink. One moment. Here we go for the main race. 32 laps here at Imola. These drivers are really looking to change. Some of these drivers really looking to change their fate from last race. Let's check out these tires, because already I can see that in P1, Adrian is on the soft tire. Pardon me. That is surprising to me again, but I can't question his choices. In that sprint race, his choice proved to be the one to go, but 2 stops, so he's looking from soft to mediums, and it looked like all the other choice was also a 2 stop. So expecting a 2 stop race from everyone here. So let's check out who's on what. Adrian on the soft tires. Rogue is on, but Rogue is on the medium set of the tires. Cotton and LRW both on a hard set. Bagel's going to be starting on a medium set, along with Michael and Mr. Silvano just behind him. Sky starting on a soft set of tires. In P8, Harvey in P9 will be starting on a medium set, and in P10, looking to come up through the field, is going to be Evil, starting on a hard set of tires. For this start, we are going to be highlighting Bagel again, the middleman on the track here, and let's see what we've got. The lights are out. Nobody smoked their tires. That's a great start from everyone. But it's all about what we got going on in P1. Is one of the McLarens takes to the grass. Able to recover, though. I didn't see a spin. I think that was a Michael. Bagel under attack right now from Harvey. They touch. Harvey goes a little bit wide. Let's jump on board. Cotton down some positions. Evil and Harvey really battling right now. Evil up to P7. Make that P6. Make that P7. And Evil is around after he and Harvey touch. Evil tries for a quick recovery. Is definitely not as quick as he would have liked it to have been. Let's jump up on board with Rogue. Adrian on those soft tires, really able to pull out a gap, and that was my thought in the sprint race. Why would he go to the hard tires? Why would he start off on the hard tires? Knowing he was going to be giving up so much grip, and you can see now how much the grip definitely works for you through this. Oh, I'm wrong. I was wrong for it. Rogue's prediction is a one-stop if he goes on to the hard tires after this first stint. So again, I am a little confused. Trying to see where that those yellows were. Cotton on board with Cotton right now, who's behind Bagel and who's in fourth. Cotton in P5. Cotton going to be looking to really attack on this front straight, and we know he can. We know how fast he is through that front straight. Here we go. Adrian with a 1:19.7. Bagel pulling away. Bagel pulling away from Cotton. Can Bagel be strong to the finish because he ate his spinach? I don't know. But looking really good right now. Let's hop on board with him. Bagel's about 2.5, a little over 2.5 seconds behind LRW. He's definitely going to want to jump up and get into the mix up there. Right now, Cotton about half a second behind Bagel. And LRW in P3 about half a second behind Rogue. These drivers waiting for DRS to be enabled. You want to get it done, right? You want to get it done because the sky is cloudy. What's going to happen? Is the rain coming? Unfortunately, Codemasters does not like to allow spectators to have that information. Boom, there's DRS. What can he do? Adrian all the way over to the right or left side of the track, trying to make sure Rogue does not have any kind of slipstream on him. But right now, Rogue's attention must be on LRW just behind him, really threatening him. Cotton just gets past Bagel. They're still in the fight right now. Cotton take it. Bagel back to P5. Cotton goes wide. Able to hang on to it, though. Bagel not in a position to capitalize. Bagel a little bit wider through there than he would have liked to have been, unable to really put the power down coming out of that turn. And here's where you see the straight line speed that Cotton has. Hopping on board with Harvey, who is just behind Bagel. Again, Bagel showing a lot of straight line speed tonight. I am impressed. Behind him, about 5 seconds, is Evil in P7 behind Harvey. That is kind of out in no man's land, looking to go really deep into this race. So these guys that started on the hard tires, right? If they can push these tires long enough, right, they can go from the hards to the softs, giving them a crazy advantage toward the end of this race. But I unfortunately do not know just how well these hard tires are going to, how far these hard tires are going to be able to go into this race. Jumping on board with Mr. Silvano, who's taking it a little bit wide, just a couple of seconds ahead of, 3 seconds ahead of his teammate Michael in P8 and 9. And then back again in P10, Sky struggling on the soft tires, looking to make up about 33 seconds. On board with the race leader, Adrian. When is he going to have to pit? And what tire is he going to is he going to go on to? Can he push these soft tires a little bit more? And this is actually, Adrian can give us a lot of information on what we can expect from LRW, from Cotton, and from, never mind, Evil is out once again. Unfortunate for him. It's just a bad day all the way around for Evil. That's unfortunate for sure. But if Adrian does decide to jump onto the hard tires, then LRW, Cotton, yeah, just those two now, LRW and Cotton will know that they should be able to push their hard tires to go to the soft tires, and then have those soft tires carry them on through to the end. LRW and Rogue battling. Cotton, don't know what happened to LRW, but he lost a lot of positions there. But Cotton now in a position to really threaten Rogue, trying to get that P2. And if he can do it, that sets him up really nicely to be able to attack Adrian, who is, though, about 7.5 seconds ahead of Rogue at the moment. But this is the point in time for Cotton where those hard tires should start to come into him, really showing the kind of grip that they can give, or the best grip that they can give for him. Harvey now in striking distance of LRW. What can he do? There's the DRS. LRW initially pulling away. Harvey can't really balance it out. Maybe next time around. Rogue is in the pits. Rogue onto the soft tires from the mediums, looking for a 2-stop. There's no way the soft tires can take him to the end here. There goes Michael past him. Mr. Silvano looking to get up past him as well. Does not look like he's going to be able to. Those soft tires that Rogue is on now. Really expecting, as Sky goes around, really expecting those tires to come in, those soft tires to really come in quick. Come on, Sky, buddy, you got to relax. There you go. Get the power down easy. Clean those tires up. There you go. 8 laps in. Cotton is over 8 seconds behind Adrian right now. Harvey, a good 8. Whoa, and there goes LRW. Look at the power of the DRS right now. We saw a driver off to the side there. Guess we can try and see who that was, but I don't know. Should have reacted to that faster, I apologize. Harvey looking to get his position back from LRW. Looking to stay right under his wing. This year's car actually making it a lot easier to be able to do that We know LRW is good through here. Harvey looking a little bit better. Look at this. Can he push? No, slots in back. Behind. Not a bad thing, though. Not a bad thing. Right now, he should get DRS. Adrian is into the pits, but we need to see what Harvey can do, and Harvey cannot make it happen. Harvey looking better throughout the lap, right up into the last two corners than LRW right now. Rogue, fastest lap with a 119.8, I think that was. Or no, even maybe, because I think the last number was an 8. It's so hard to see the, for me anyways, to see the purple numbers is incredibly difficult. Bagel with the 3-second penalty, multiple warnings. You've got to be careful in this track. Again, Harvey looking a little bit better through that final chicane there, but LRW, who was also really good through there, able to stretch it out, able to get the power down just after the exit. Big chance right now. If you're going to take it, this is the chance. This is the time to do that. Boom. Harvey with the pass into P2. Can LRW hold on? Harvey taking it wide. Got some. Got his right side tires out into the kitty litter there. Now's the time where you just kind of want to be patient. Hopping on board with Bagel, he and Adrian should be really happy right now, and really nice points paying position for their team over at the Mercedes. Rogue really needing to put those soft tires to work, regain as much time as possible, as we have lost Sky, unfortunately. Both Michael and Mr. Silvano out in no man's land. Harvey into the pits. LRW securing P2. Harvey onto the hards. Both Bagel and Adrian able to get past him. Adrian, I just noticed, on the medium tires, so he did not go onto the hard tires trying to take this to the end. So how does that play for Cotton? How does that play for LRW at this point? These guys wanting to make a one stop. How much further can they go to try to make that one stop a possibility? Adrian now sees his teammate Stank Bagel, who is in P3. Unfortunately for Bagel, he has not made a pit stop yet. Adrian has. Bagel decides to stay out. On board with Rogue in P5. Harvey just a little less than 4 seconds behind him. Adrian able to get past his teammate. Good on Bagel not to hold him up. But one thing Bagel really should be wanting to do right now is kind of latch on to his teammate, have him pull him around, see if they can eke out a distance between himself and now Harvey, who has overtaken Rogue. Rogue being very ginger through those through that chicane there. Harvey got past him and then just kind of ran away. These soft tires do not seem to be working very well for Rogue right now. That is unfortunate. Bagel with about 15.5 seconds over Harvey. Anything he can do right now, anything he can do to kind of stretch that out, to make that gap bigger, only helps him. You definitely want to put yourself in a position to where when you go in for your pit stop, you can maintain your position. Jumping back on with LRW, seeing what he can do. Both he and Cotton on 14-lap-old hard tires. Coming up on the halfway point of this race. I do not believe, well, I think these guys are going to want to make these go to at least lap 20 to feel really good. Lap 22. Michael with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. What's he jumping onto? Brand new set of the hard tires. So he should definitely be able to make those tires go to the end, as both Cotton and LRW have made their tires last about halfway through this race, half the race distance to this point. That, of course, does depend on your driving style and how well you can take care of your tires. Cotton definitely slowly pulling away from LRW. Bagel has made his pit stop onto the hard tires and has lost 2 positions to both Harvey and Rogue. Harvey now about 20 and a half seconds behind Adrian. Bagel, unfortunately, about 10 seconds behind Rogue. That being said, Bagel has put himself in a position to where he can go to the end of this race. If he can take care of those tires, Rogue will definitely have no choice but to make at least one more stop. Those soft tires, now 8 laps old, not going to be able to make it to the end of this race. But the question is, Bagel being really gingerly on those tires. Red, what? Shut up. How long, how deep can Rogue take these tires? Again, this gives information to drivers around them. This gives information to both Cotton and LRW if they're paying attention to these things. If he can make these tires, and he's going in, So that should let both Cotton and LRW know that, hey, maybe it's wow, Rogue went onto the hard tires. I wonder if he just didn't have another set of the mediums, because that's what I would have thought he would go on to. But what do I know? I'm a commentator. That's it. Adrian on board with him now, about 23 seconds ahead of Harvey. Feeling pretty good. His teammate Bagel about 19 seconds behind Harvey, probably not feeling as good. Really just kind of waiting for those hard tires to come in to start giving him that grip that he can feel comfortable with pushing. LC said that he couldn't make it today, unfortunately, still at work. We understand. That's unfortunate. Would really love to see you back out here, but hopefully next week. And then Angry says what? Shut up. Evil says he's in Discord, so let me see if I can jump over there. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Evil, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Unfortunate day for you today. What happened in both those races?
Race 1, I was absolutely, the only way to describe it is shafted into the wall by a Mercedes. So the sprint, a Mercedes moved across the front of me and it just ended with me on the wall, unfortunately. So second one, I had an incident with a Red Bull that spun me going down into turn 9. And then eventually just dropped the back end, and it doesn't take much to take a wheel off these cars, unfortunately.
That is super unfortunate. First sprint race of the season. Are you liking the sprint race format? Is what I'm trying to say.
I'd like it if I would finish the race.
Absolutely.
No, as for the format is good. I think people are enjoying it.
Do you know how many more sprint races there are for the season? Off the top of your head?
I think there's another 2. I think we've got Austria and Brazil, I think.
Gotcha. LRW into the pits, taking a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits onto the medium tires. That puts Adrian up into P2, and could be a bit of foreshadowing for what Cotton needs to do. Cotton, though, notorious for being really good on his tires. Can Cotton push these hard tires, Evil, do you think, to go into the softs for the end of this race?
If he wants to get to the softs, he needs to get to lap 24.
24, okay. That's a lot further out than I thought.
I run softs Sunday night in a league race, and I think I had them on for 9, or it was either 9 or 10 laps, and I run a curb and I had a rear blowout for that soft, so they do not like this track. It's a very hard wearing track.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the safe window, I think, if he can get into 24, he could put the softs on and definitely get them to the end.
Well, he's 20 laps in now. Adrian only about 14 seconds behind him. That is enough that he will be able to pass him in the pits. Harvey now about 2.5 seconds behind LRW, looking to be able to be a threat on these now 9-lap-old hard tires.
Cotton had a bit of a moment going up the hill though. Nero would drop the back end going in. I think the tyres are starting to give up. I can tell you the window for the pit stops when you started on the hards was 20 to 25.
Okay, and Adrian has made up at least a second. Cotton pulling into the pits now. So that's definitely got to be a set of the medium tires.
He's going to go soft. So if I know Cotton well enough, it's going to be a soft compound. Oh no, it's medium. Well, I thought for sure he would have went soft then.
Here comes Adrian. Adrian Paz, what kind of space can he put between himself and Cotton?
I think the hardest thing Cotton's going to have now is tyre warm-up. Tyre warm-up coming out for your pit stops on 2022 game is horrible.
We did see Bagel struggling when he came out on his hard tires. Adrian's mediums right now, 12 laps old. Can he even go to the end on these tires?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to start dropping off on him. When they start dropping off, it's the rear end he's going to have to be careful with because he's going to lose a lot of grip on the rear. And this is a track that you need the rear end grip on. Especially when you go down the hill to come back up.
Harvey now in a position to where he could push hard and maybe be able to really attack LRW if he can figure out how to make up some time on him. Only about 5 seconds behind, but he is on 10-lap-old hard tires. Taking it wide out of that final chicane. Rogue kind of in the same position behind Bagel, about 4.5 seconds back on 5-lap-old hard tires compared to Bagel's 7-lap-old hard tires.
So it'll be interesting to find out for the drivers. In the sprint race, I noticed a few drivers were actually on the hard compound tyre, which I thought was rather strange because the medium was more than capable of doing the sprint.
Right.
But I kind of wonder, using that hard compound, did that actually use the hard compound for the race, and is that then part worn?
That's an interesting question. Adrian was the driver that used the hard tires for the sprint race. Then he came into this race starting on a set of the soft tires. And
Yeah, I think it's eating into his race tyre then.
Yeah, I think I do remember now that I mentioned that he was gonna have a 2-stopper, so he's only made 1 stop so far, so he is supposed to go into another set of the medium tires.
I have to say, he might have a set of the softs there that he might be able to put on at the end. I'd have to say I'm riding on board one right now. I can see the graining. I can see them starting to really hard wear down the middle of the tyres on the front. So those tyres, they're starting to drop on them at this point. And you can see that with the delta that Cotton's catching up.
Yeah, Cotton is definitely catching up, down to 9.5 seconds now.
Yeah, he needs to, if he's going to pit, he needs to do it now. So he's got time to actually do something, especially if he's got a brand new set of softs sitting there.
A pit now would probably put him just ahead of Rogue, right?
Potentially, yeah.
With Rogue maybe being able to threaten.
Yeah, it sounds like he's not got a lot of grip at the corners. Yeah, because if he makes another pit stop, I mean, he's going to have like a 1 to 2 lap warm up. He's going to have a really rough couple of laps.
Lap 25 of 32. If you are in his position right now, if somehow he disappears and you magically appear in the cockpit of his car, are you trying to just push it to the end now?
I think knowing this track, knowing the tyres, you're putting yourself into puncture territory. And if you get a puncture, let's just say you're unlucky enough that you get it on the start-finish straight, you get a puncture, you've got a whole lap to get back round, and you could literally be having the best race of your life, and you could end it just trying to push the tyres too far. It happened to me on Sunday. I was in a good position. Tyre dropped on me at the beginning of the lap, and yeah, it's risky. Especially the curbs around here. They're like got the serrated curbs, so they're quite rough if you run on them. So the more he runs on the curb, the more he's going to wear that tyre down as well.
On board with Cotton right now, who seems to be taking about a second out of lap from Adrian. If that just kind of lets you know how much Adrian is struggling on those 16 lap old medium tires up to this point.
Yeah, I was riding on board with him for a bit there. It seems he's struggling to get the power out of the slow corners.
Biggest threat on track right now to anyone else is Bagel to Rogue. About 6.5 seconds, but Rogue is definitely pulling away from Bagel. Bagel seems to really be struggling right now. Michael in the lead McLaren right now. Two lap old soft tire is his teammate, Mr. Silvano, on 1 lap old soft tires. Looking to take this to the end. I feel like Adrian has committed himself trying to take this to the end. Cotton about 7.5, just under 7.5 seconds behind him.
Yeah, I think he's committed himself and he's at the point of no return now, and if it goes wrong now, he's going to end up kicking himself, I think.
Cotton struggling a little bit as well. His tire's only 5 laps old though. Adrian, 17 lap old medium tires here at Imola. I think this all has come down to the strategy, like you said, of him starting or using those hard tires in the sprint race and just not having them available for this main race tonight.
Yeah, I think it might have caught him out with that. Obviously, when you come into a race weekend, those tyres are to do you the full weekend. Not sure why they did put the hards on. Interesting to maybe find out after. Yeah, he's definitely got limited rear grip. He's coming out the corners in very, very high gears. I have to say he's in danger territory right now. He's got to be within a puncture range.
I do wish Codemasters would put in a feature where I can check out his tires. Unfortunately, I can't.
Yeah, they have it pop up now and again, like when there's a couple of drivers fighting for position, you'll get some tyre dig up, but it'd be good if you could just get that on the screen as and when you want.
Yeah. Cotton now just about 6 seconds behind. Bagel physically on track behind Cotton right now, but not in a position to help his teammate. Do want to see, okay, so Adrian, bit more than half his battery left. Cotton all the way down to 21%. So Adrian will have that, but again, like you said, if he ends up in a position to where Cotton is pushing him and he can't nurse those tires, they are going to blow.
Yeah, I'd love to know the percentage they're on right now.
LRW lapping one of the Larens. Mr. Silvano with another 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Easy place to do that, especially this late into the race. Back on board with Adrian Cotton within 5 seconds of him now. They don't see each other as of yet. Michael with a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. I'll tell you what, if I'm Adrian right now, I'm holding my breath for the rest of this race.
Yeah, because I'd have to say, you need to stay off the curbs, but I'd have to say it's a track that you physically can't. By the way the track's designed, you've got to run the curbs, and it's unfortunate.
Cotton just took a 3-second penalty. Now 6 seconds worth of penalties on Cotton. In the sprint race, penalties cost him 2 positions.
Yeah, he ended up having contact in the sprint race, and I think he gave the position back, which cost him a lot as well.
He absolutely did. Very sportsman thing to do, because giving that position back also cost him 2 other positions, and he was able to fight back to the front of the pack to have the on-track lead of the race. But again, penalties cost him. Cotton sees him now.
Yeah, those tyres are dropping. They're really dropping now. Nothing left on those.
I will say, it felt to me in the sprint race, as LRW takes another 3-second penalty, it felt to me in the sprint race that Adrian recognized that Cotton had those penalties and did not fight him for the position on track. Just let Cotton by, and then was able to just sort of hang on as Adrian just goes around. Is that it? Has he lost those rear tires?
He was very slow in there. He's got a bow. I think he's lost a tyre. He
That
was
was
very. Yes, he's lost the right. Is that the right left? Yeah, the rear right. The rear right is gone. It's deflating.
That is unfortunate. So close, so very close. Cotton, barring some crazy incident, will take the win of this race.
The risk he took, it was a gamble, and the gamble unfortunately hasn't paid off. Just as I said as well, it happened at the worst place. Start of the
Absolutely.
lap.
Cotton into P1. LRW just takes himself out of the penalty range from Adrian. LRW P2. Rogue has finished in P5. Michael has finished in P7. Adrian still able to bring it home in a very respectable P. I didn't see. I just saw Harvey go by him.
Yeah, I think he managed to retain.
He got third. He got third. So very respectable podium there. Wow. Adrian gambles it all and unfortunately loses. Bagel says he had an emergency in his real life, was gone for a few laps. He's happy he got P6. Both Adrian and Both Adrian and Cotton played out their strategies really well. Unfortunately for Adrian, his just came back to bite him in the end.
Yeah, I think if Adrian had boxed when we were talking about it and put the softs on, I think he could have probably fought up the front and retained that win.
Let me do some clean up here, and you can see Cotton in P1, LRW P2, Adrian P3, Harvey P4, Rogue P5, Bagel P6, Michael P7, Mr. Silvano P8. Sky unfortunately did not finish in P9, and Evil as well, unfortunately not able to finish in P10. So, man, I don't know. Adrian, unfortunately, just putting himself, kind of painted himself into a corner at the end of that race. Like you said, there was a point where you called it. You said that he could pit and maybe maintain some of his positions. Although I have to say, P3 after that, really not anything to be too upset about, except that you're looking at, had that not happened, you had a potential win.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and it's the curbs. I mean, I'd have to say it's the right rear. Um, the right rear's what I had blown me on Sunday night on a set of softs, and it is because there's obviously a lot of left-handers that on the exit you do run up those serrated curbs, so that obviously doesn't help the tyre. When your tyre deg's high, it's easy to say stay off the curbs, but yeah, the track's built that you have to use the curbs, so he got to sell into the position where it was committed, point of no return had been passed, and then I suppose you just go with the flow and see what comes your way. And unfortunately, it didn't work out.
That is definitely unfortunate for him. I'm curious to see if he'll feel upset in the chat. I don't know that if I'm in his position, I don't think I'm upset. P3 after that, you took that hard gamble and it didn't pay off, but at the same time, you still got really great points, a podium, and in my eyes, a pretty impressive drive for what you were trying to do.
Yeah, nearly got it. Nearly. But yeah, as you say, still managed to retain P3, so gotta be happy to still keep a podium space, even getting a puncture on that last lap.
I am reading a message from him in Discord saying that he did think that he could have pushed it that one more lap, and so it is unfortunate that he was uh, unable to do that. Well, bro, I am feeling like dog turds, so I'm gonna end the stream here unless you have anything else for the people.
Nope, just hope everybody enjoyed it as usual. And yeah, we're going to a track we've never been to before next week, so it's going to be the debut race at Miami.
Coming
That's
to
got a tricky sector in it.
coming to the U.S. and I happen to know just through chats that that is absolutely Bagel's home track. Um, Not to put too much information out there for him, but he does live in Florida, and Miami is in Florida, so yeah, really close to home there. I guess he'll get to have a really good night's sleep before the race. But what do you know about the track, or what? Not what do you know? What do you feel about the track? Because I'm sure you've put in some practice time it being a new track.
Yeah, I've done a little bit on it. It's a good track. Um, I'd have to say the trickiest bit is I think it's no, I can't remember if I think it's just before you go into sector 3. You've got the bit just as you go under the highway. Um, there's a few really tricky technical corners as you come up to that, and it's about getting them right. I think that's going to be the hardest thing, consistently getting that point of the track correct every time. The rest of the track, absolutely fantastic. When you get up to there, yeah, you've got to be absolutely clinical at that part. You're going to either make up a lot of time there, or you're going to lose a lot of time.
Shout out to Nadi who says he actually finished. So congratulations to you on that, bro. Glad to hear it. But yeah, Miami next week. I did want to ask you, what, if anything, is being done about Australia?
So Australia is going to be slotted back into the calendar. I'm not sure when it will be slotted in. We'll try and slot it in maybe as much of where it would make sense as possible.
Gotcha.
So probably be towards the end of the calendar, but we will be going to Australia. It's just a case of I need to look at the calendar and we'll need to decide when it's best to slot that race back in. But yeah, we're 100% going to Australia. Just for easiness, we've skipped over the top of it with it being postponed. As soon as I've found a space to slot that in, it'll be announced in Discord. And I'll give you the heads up so you can tell people on the stream as well.
Copy that. Copy that. So there you have it, folks. Australia is going to be in the season still, just more towards the end, and yeah, unfortunate race, unfortunate couple races for you. I'm sure the stewards will be looking at what went on track, and
That's what it is. I mean, I can take away from it that hopefully come back stronger next week. Obviously, I've had a few decent results in recent weeks, and effectively a double DNF is definitely not what I was looking for. But yeah, I mean, I'd have to say the main race I did end up dropping the back end myself, so I've got a few things I need to go away and look at myself because that was 100% driver error in the main race for me. So I need to try and figure out how I dropped that, work on it, come back stronger next week, and yeah, try and get back on the podium next week.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, guys, until next time, this has been Falchion for Evil, and we'll see you next week. Two fingers is peace.